Hello, the channel. Welcome back, everyone. Another preview weekend coming up. Still lots happening, including Scotland against the mighty Gibraltar, which is now covered. So, lots of interesting stuff there. Lots of interesting lineup predictions going on. Still plenty to go at. MLS and everything all still ongoing, and then we've got the build up to the Euros as well. So, not going to go through it all, but there's some news today. Obviously, the rival leagues, etc. Which seems pretty fun. I do quite like this sort of community element, everybody in a league and try to do well, etc. So that's pretty interesting. And we've already got the news previously of all the sort of Euro and Copa America tournaments coming up. So first game's on the 14th of June. I don't know why I'm looking down at the date because today's date is not relevant to the 14th of June. But yeah, it's in about 2 weeks' time, Scotland against Germany to open things up. So that's going to be really good. Looking forward to that. So, anyways, let's do a quick preview of the weekend. First thing to point out here is that why these things keep getting them away. I don't think there's any real data available on Scotland yet, so I just want to have a quick chat about the Scotland lineup. People have been asking me for predictions and all that sort of stuff. I don't really know, to be honest. So Scotland, they've got two friendly games. There's one against Gibraltar. There's another one coming up a few days later against Finland. And then there'll be a bit of training, and then there'll be the first game against Germany. What I do know is that a lot of Celtic players have actually been on holiday this week, so I don't really see many of the sort of guys that have just finished at the weekend playing anywhere near a full 90 minutes against Gibraltar. I think there's going to be a lot of rotation. So I think my instincts are that this is going to be a bit of a shadow team, and then you'll have, maybe more of the first team players playing against Finland. The other point is Scotland are really struggling for right backs, and although I mentioned Celtic players, Anthony Ralston's not really had many minutes recently, so for somebody like him, it might be more important to get minutes in both games. So I might take a bit more of a risk on Ralston. Who's going to play in goals, etc. I really don't know. I mean, obviously Angus Gunn's played loads of games this season, so I don't think he particularly needs games or needs a game against Gibraltar. But it's an opportunity in the friendlies to get the team together. And Steve Clarke's quite a serious guy. He wants to win a lot, and I'm sure he'll want to get the sort of first team together. So I know that doesn't really help much, but if you want to take your chance, then Scotland versus Gibraltar is a great fixture. We've got England playing against Bosnia as well, so not many insights into that myself, but again, might be a chance for some more squad type players to feature. I think Harry Kane's been struggling, so guys like Watkins, etc., could play. England have got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of talent. You would imagine guys like maybe Cole Palmer, who hasn't really had any sort of real England sort of run in the team, etc., or many caps at all, then maybe guys like that will get a bit of game time as well. So all pretty interesting. A lot of chat about whether we should cover friendlies or not. I think I quite like it. I think it's part of the hype for the Euros, and also it's hard to argue that Sorare have done a good job with the Euros, because the cards of the players who are playing at Euros actually are all rising even after the season's finished. So I think they have done a good job. Anyway, overall, River Plate, really, really good fixture. 2.43 expected goals, 58% clean sheet percentage, which is really high, to be honest. So, that's one of the standout fixtures. Inter Miami, I've just seen the news. I think Messi is going to be going to the Argentinian camp in, I think it's in Miami actually, they're going to be training, but that's going to be after the St. Louis game. So, looks like he's playing. I don't know anything about Suarez just now, apart from he's not really got any knees left. Everybody knew that already. We've got Germany. We've got a friendly against Ukraine as well. So lots of sort of interesting stuff mixed in here. LA have got a pretty good fixture there as well. So 46% clean sheet percentage and 2.25 expected team goals. Nothing too overwhelming, but Dallas have been struggling a wee bit recently as well. So that's kind of interesting. And, there's some other stuff coming in here like Mexico, Bodo Glimt. I see catching my eye down the bottom there. They just seem to bugger me up every time they're playing. So I don't think there's really much point in Narrowing this down, well, particularly Challenger anyway. Champion's not really running just now. Challenger we've kind of mentioned there with the top fixtures. Contender wise, well, I do play a lot of Contender. River Plate, forgot they're in Contender. You've got Sanfrecce, who have been proper rubbish as well, but maybe they'll actually hit some form at some point. And you've got Racing Club as well. Pretty good fixture for them in Argentina against Riestra. So 57% clean sheet percentage, really quite high actually. So I would guess those are the standouts, and all those fixtures are over XG of 2, which is kind of one of the sort of barometers I like to use myself for good games. So in terms of what's happening just now midweek, that's been pretty crap. So no heart attack for Hoodwink. Under 23 super rare, unbelievably, Jack Maher got 2 decisives. Torres hit. Goalie was never going to play. Evgen came on, get a big chance missed. Otherwise, this could have actually got a podium, which is bonkers, but might still sneak a tier 4 or something. So probably not that good, but again, a younger player. Underdog rare team is getting a card with captain not even playing. So I don't know why Ruti never played, but done on that I would have not played him. All-Star super rare again. The Bodo Glimt connection buggered me up. Cezinha was rotten as well. Picked the right captain, so guess it is what it is. And then I was quite surprised Suarez never got a decisive at home. I mean, picked the right goalkeeper, picked the right defender, picked a good A mid. Messi get a goal, so Suarez has got something that would be nice. That will be the best reward. I think it's tier 2 rare at the moment. I don't know if it'll hold on for a tier 2. It might go down to a tier 3, but all in all, pretty good midweek anyway, but no real cash of note, which isn't the end of the world, obviously, and we'll pick some teams. So where do we start? We have a wee swig of tea. Missing the Guinness, that'll be for the weekend. Pictures to follow. Like to focus on under 23s actually, so I guess we'll start there. Another wee feature a gal's got on the go just now is I need to move myself out of the way. And hopefully it'll work this time, but I think I had caused some issues with it the last time. So under 23s, I think all the settings all look okay. Yeah, that looks alright. So there is a lineup lineup predictor, but optimizer on this, a wee bit similar to what happens with Sorare data. So an extra wee piece of gals added onto the spreadsheet whilst running the script. Obviously I've mentioned predictor 5. That's still not working. Why is it not working again? Have I buggered it up again? I'll need to speak to him again. Yeah, no, it's because I'm on super rare and rare. I was trying to do rare. Under 23 players only predicted players, no. Just work. Yeah, so what I was saying about the spreadsheet, etc. This is a spreadsheet from Sorare Probabilities, so all the stats and everything used on here I'll still be using, though I'm going to be doing the Celtic predictions on Predictor Phi, as Chris always corrects me on. Then I will still be using this sheet as well. So there we go. So we have some sort of cool things we can run here. So we can just run the scripts and actually have some suggestions for teams. So Ozako, highest predicted goalkeeper. Alejandro Francis, really good player. Really like him actually. Doing well in Division 2. Thiago Almada, not a huge surprise there. And Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo. So pretty interesting. I mean, Dortmund's going to be tough, but yeah, I mean, I can see why Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo are getting picked out. I've run one for All-Star as well, just to get a wee bit of a handle on some projections. Then we'll go back to the player stats and we'll see what we think of ourselves. This takes a wee bit longer than Sorare data, I think, as well, obviously, because mine's will be worse, just with having mad amounts of cards. So it's having to go through the whole thing. But yeah, if you've got time to run it, etc., then it's pretty helpful in addition to the stats as well. So whilst that's running, actually, we'll have a look at the under 23s. Let's do that, let it run in the background. So Trubin popping up here. I think he's going to play for Ukraine actually. Although, that's interesting. So Lunen's still with the Real squad, or if he's not got his fever or whatever. So that's kind of interesting there. Don't trust Martin van der Voort ever. Just don't ever trust him. Although I suppose Azako's in worse form than him. So yeah, I think I've kind of got to go with that. Not in good form at all, but you would fancy them to get something. Schlotterbeck's not actually got 2 games playing against Real Madrid. It's just there's 2 available games. You can see why Alejandro Francis is selected here. We look at the sort of his general stats, his averages, etc. there. I've got some other guys popping up like Satalo, which is quite interesting. Still right, that's good. There we go. Thiago Almada, Vinicius Junior, etc. It's quite an interesting team that picked out our All-Star. Almada's not really been banging too much, but I think he had a really good game against Miami. Looks like played pretty well, to be honest. So I think Atalanta at home, that's pretty solid. Vinicius Junior, Champions League says playground, right? It really is his playground. So yeah, kind of interesting. I don't know why. So that's the only thing. Maybe you need to apply some more filters here, given that Runarsson doesn't actually play. So I suppose the solution to that is this section here where it says use predicted players only, and then change that to no. So that's probably my fault for running it wrong. Anyway, take full responsibility for making a mess of it all the time. Still getting used to it being a new feature, but quite comfortable with this section here. This is the my players section for All Star, so pretty interesting. So Ruben Yanes pretty high up. That's interesting. Again, Runarsson picked out there because he has the highest projected score, but he's a 0 start percentage in terms of predictions. Scott McKenna, again, 30% start percentage. That's interesting. I think he's in the Scotland squad. Maybe he's not joined up with Scotland squad yet, so that's interesting for the sort of defensive positions with Scotland, I think, as well. Alejandro Francis, 90%, so that's pretty good. Yeah, let's switch this to under 23 just now. Making a pure arse of this, I'm not. Just labouring this, just pick the bloody team. Rico Puig is a super rare, so let's do rare first. Because the colours have changed. Gal's hired Sorare colours guy and it's all over the place, right? So Echeverry's 71 actually, so that's kind of interesting. Right? Almada 80% to start is interesting. Foden's a friendly, just kind of puts me off. I just don't know who's going to start. You know that Rodrigo and Vinicius Junior are pretty nailed to start, aren't they? I mean, will Dortmund be resolute? I don't know. Could go with Echeverry. I'm quite tempted by Echeverry. I just am. And I'm going to go with my gut and go with Almada at home. He's just a smasher. Echeverry, again, really talented player. Like really, really talented. Just so good. I'll need to double check the start percentages, but River at home, and you can see they've got the best fixture as well. So I've got to go with that. Bugger it. I think I'm kind of struggling for under 23 goalkeepers, super rare goalkeepers and everything now. So this, I've got Dos Santos who doesn't actually play. I was hoping Drake Callender would get called up actually. So I like a lot of these guys. Nothing hugely strong, but just use them in the other competitions for now anyway. Right, so we're going to have to pick a strong All-Star then, right? So let's go for All-Star Super Rare. Might actually mix in some Scotland players here, so that could be kind of topical. Champions League final, Courtois has got to start. He's got to start. He's got to. Lunen's got a fever, blah, blah, blah. Guy's come back, he's not actually conceded a goal since he's come back in, so yeah, he's got to start. Honestly, I've said that a few times. We're going to play with him in defence. I think I probably want to play Zimmerman with Joe Willis, so That's kind of interesting there. We've got John Stones at 70%. That's interesting for the friendly. Again, how long are these guys going to actually play? We've got Tony Ralston at 50% in the predictions. Kind of tempted to take a risk on some Scotland players. Like, I think Ralston will get game time, right? So McKenna's not going to be there. He's left-footed centre back though, so that doesn't affect Ralston. Jamesy Forrest as well, back in the fold. We could just go strong here and just use like Pooge, interesting. Declan Rice 80%, that's kind of interesting. McGregor 85. I just don't know what Steve Clark's going to do, right? I just don't really know what his plan's going to be. Coop Miners be for Holland, won't it? Where are you, Coop? That's Atlanta against Fiorentina. So I've still got a game left, right? So it's interesting. Home game as well. Yeah, maybe play Rico Puig in with like Zimmerman, etc. So because there is a Sorare up top now in the in that division for Challenger, which we're all having a moan about in Twitter earlier. Up front wise, I'm going to go with Cezinha in here. Not the easiest game away from home against Diagin, but guy who puts in the 8-8, and then Serrano's injured, I think. So All-Star unique. Serrano 0% start percentage, that's not very good. Wigan's played all the games, so no doubt that's a big game will be left out. I don't know about sort of Greg Taylor. So Greg Taylor was pictured on holiday like yesterday or something, so again, if Callum McGregor played, that would be pretty strong, but Wygand has been putting up some good scores. We're not playing under 23, so I'm going to go with something like that. I'm going to captain James Forrest. I think if he gets game time against Gibraltar, he could easily score a goal or two. So, thing with Ralston, yeah, it's a risk as well, but we want some kind of Scotland players in, and just against Gibraltar, right? I mean, they are gash. Absolutely gash. So, right, let's do Challenger as well. Super rare. So the Nashville boys coming back to a bit of form, which is pretty good. So Challenger, it's going to be classics. We don't have enough of the in-season just now. This is what we were kind of discussing earlier. Is there going to be a star available? There should be a star available. I mean, if there's no star available here in Challenger for the whole summer, that would just be a disaster. What's the point of saying stars will be stars? Can't even win a star. Okay, there's less teams playing and everything, but whoever wins the competition's got to get a good card. I'm not saying tier ones aren't good cards, but they're not anywhere near as good as the stars, obviously, given the size of the pools and all that sort of stuff. So, anyways, Joe Willis, we go with the holy trinity of Nashville with our headshots. Look at that hairdo for Hanny Mukhtar. Look at that. I'm get one of those wigs just up here with my Hanny Mukhtar shirt on and everything, and getting amongst it. Right, who we're going to play up front? Shut up, Mark. I think we're going to play Pooge in the last spot. So he's going to be El Capitano in the last spot. 80% start. Quite a quick turnaround, so tough one. Johnny Russell doesn't have a high projected score, but we're kind of going to have to use him here just out of pure necessity. I mean, Abada could be a good punt as well, because quite capable of destroying teams with a bit of pace on the counter, etc. But I think I'm going to go with big Johnny Russell and Rico Puig with El Capitano. So there we go, that's that lineup selected. It's capable on its day of winning the star, of course. They really fancy to win the star. I don't know what else we're going to pick here. This is a lot more difficult when there's no Celtic, by the way. Just a lot more difficult. A lot. Let's pick some cap stuff, right? So, do we actually have any super rare goalkeepers left? This is going to be a difficult spell. No. Could go with the sort of 0. zero type goalkeeper here. So go with Runerson, then put out a strong team. So I kind of want to mix in some Scottish players then as well, because highest potential in terms of scores. Just a shame to use some of these guys in here as well. Ki Sung Young. I guess this is one of the advantages of using a zero goalkeeper though. Like Stano Iljichenko and Declan Rice was quite high up on the project. No, we'll go for Callum McGregor. Don't really have an all-star to use Rice in though. Easier game, right? Easier game. And then, yeah, Greg Taylor, he's just back. Literally just back from holiday. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Could go with John Stones. He needs games. I'll go for Ki Sung Young, captain. But it's difficult to get 400 right if you don't have a playing goalkeeper. So I'm just going to go conservative. Be quite happy with $60 to be honest. I mean, I don't think that's really the worst move. Let's pick a rare one as well, and we'll see if maybe we can fire in some limited, and then we'll end. So I'll have more lineups to put out, but we'll sort of going through absolutely everything. People just want to fall asleep, understandably. So rare cap 240 goalkeepers. Tribune could be a one I could use somewhere. So you'll use the friendlies and the caps and the all-stars. Under 23s I think is okay as well. So I guess I could move him to the under 23s. I think Tribune's going to play. So highest projected score here, Jo Yin Woo, probably using the Ulsan stack. Rodrigo Ray. Having a look at the next column, see who's got lower averages. Joe Willis got quite a low average. So yeah, I could kind of go with the Nashville boys to smash it again here. I mean, I quite like using these guys in cash type competitions just because cash is important. We want cash. The refs have been pretty poor this season as well. So we're down to an average of 50. So midfield wise here, could be interesting to mix in some more Scottish players anyway. Callum McGregor's got a last 50 of 53, so interesting. Modric is an interesting one, but that's Champions League final, right? I don't think he's going to actually start. Shin Jin Ho back. That's an interesting one, especially for the caps. 34 in Shin Jin Ho. Yeah, I think he should feature. Him against Schoenbeck Graham's kind of interesting as well. But that leaves a average of 58 left. Interesting. We'll see what we've got up top here. Inigo Vicente, I think I'm going to be using in contender. Messi, I think, is going to be going in on challenger. Suarez 80%. It's quite interesting. Usami 70 with an average of 58. Salah's quite a high one as well. This guy just won actually. Might actually go for him. He's in quite good form. Usami's been doing some AA. I will go Usami. And then just changed my mind in about 30 seconds there. Matt Smaller-Deli's back. It's a script for midfield. 61. Average 59 project score, but then we've got the luxury of using whoever's sort of left now. So all these guys are all available. Again, could be arguments for risking James Forrest as well and going for a higher amount. Bugger it, let's get Wee Forrest in as well. Who are we going to captain? Usami's been doing good. I think he's more certain to start. Forrest, he's probably playing for a decisive because he might not start as friendly. Wilson Zimmerman quite strong, and Shin Jin Ho in for the cap as well. And then we're not going to go for 390. I think that's a bit over optimistic. So we'll go for the $80. I think that seems okay. So anyway, that's about 25 minutes. Can pick more lineups, but I need some headspace to get through all that sort of stuff. And there's been changes to the sheet and everything. So so I think that's okay for now. So just to finish off, thanks very much for watching again, guys. Thanks for supporting the channel. People have been asking about the rival stuff. Well, I'll be creating leagues. I'm in 2 leagues so far. I'm in one that's all Scottish guys, and I'm in a collectors league. Riku went. I can't remember how you pronounce his name. Anyway, he's always on Twitter and everything. He's running the collectors league and he's doing it by personal invites. And I decided to accept because he's a really guy who's a real enthusiast and likes collecting certain types of cards and everything. I thought that was quite cool to join in with him and that. So I've still got free entries available. People keep asking me to join everything, which I'm really appreciative of, but I can't play in them all. I've only got 3 entries left, so I'm going to have a bit of a think about it, especially if I decide to run one myself. I'm just going to put the link up in the video just now to the podcast with Predictor Phi, because I think that is pole position to be the new Play Sharper and is looking really exciting. So if you want to get more information on that, you want to sign up for free just now, get predictions across the Euros, trial it out, then please do so, and that's going to be in the top of the screen. And as always, we will end in customary fashion. Good luck and go for it.